What is up, my warriors, and welcome back to another video and another week of the lockdown haircut, or lack thereof, as you guys keep mentioning in the comments. As soon as I can find a hairdresser, it'll be gone. Today's video is of course on the handstand. That's why I'm rocking the Do You Even Handstand Bro t-shirt, available in the description down below. But in particular, we're going to be addressing today an issue that affects a lot of people when they're trying to get that freestanding handstand. Maybe you're balancing on the wall, you can kind of hold some handstands there, but you can't quite bring it into the middle in free space. I'm going to share with you some technique today and how you can improve that. This video actually came about because I was going through all the videos that you guys submitted in the form clip review series that I'm doing, and I was doing a handstand special, and there was one recurrent theme that just kept coming up and up and up again. So I thought the best thing to do first would just be to make a video addressing that, because it is one of the biggest things that holds people back, and that is not doing the kick up correctly. Let me show you what I mean. Does your kick up look like this? Now, at first glance, there may not look like there's too many things wrong with this, but there are a few things that is crucial in this that is gonna hold you back, especially from initially getting the handstand kick up, or certainly make it much harder to attain. Now, this kick up that I demonstrated is the kind of classic gymnastics handstand kick up. We're gonna start in a standing position. We're gonna take a nice step into it. We're gonna transition some weight. We're gonna transition some momentum forward. We're gonna take those feet up, kick into handstand, and then just try and hope that we can stop all that momentum in the perfect place to hold the handstand position. This is one way of entering the handstand. There's a reason that gymnasts do it, and that's because in gymnastics, the handstand is often a transitional position, which helps if you're gonna do a cartwheel, but if you want to just stand still, you then have to understand how to control all that momentum, and oftentimes that's just gonna come down to the fingers, which just aren't strong enough to begin with. There's two key ways in which we can modify this kick up just to make it much more effective and much more consistent and easier to catch when you first come to balancing the handstand. Tweak number one we can make is, firstly starting with our hands on the floor. By starting with our hands on the floor, number one, we give ourselves a nice solid base and stance to start with. When we go to just place our hands on the floor as part of the kick up, oftentimes the hand placement can be a little bit more random. We might be further away, we might have one that is a little bit further forward than the other. There's all that randomness which is going to take away from that consistency element. If we first of all get ourselves set up, get ourselves nice and solid, feel really comfortable with where our hands are placed first, then go to our kick up, we know that we're at least setting the base right to begin with. You will find that starting with your hands on the floor position is going to make the kick up harder, and it's going to require a little bit more force through that driving leg just to get up into that handstand position, but that is part of the technique and the skill of the handstand kick up. You need to understand how hard to kick up, and you kind of figure that out as you play with it. Which kind of leads me on to point number two. The second kind of main mistake with the gymnastics handstand kick up is that both legs come together at once in that top position. And this kind of adds to the issue of momentum again. You gotta think we've got all of this weight traveling forwards over that pivot point of the wrist that we then need to stop in that handstand position. And oftentimes people will find balance with one leg up, and then as soon as the other leg comes up, it just knocks you over and throws you out of balance again. So we can then take a very simple modification, and that is to perform a split leg kick up. This is all covered in a video I did on a drill that is perfect for developing the handstand kick up, so I'll link that one down below. It's probably going to be the most important thing for those of you who want to get the freestanding handstand. When we kick up in a split leg position, essentially we're going to be using a balancing stick, much like those who walk on a tightrope wire, for example. By having our legs split, it gives us some freedom either side to adjust our center of balance and control that momentum of the entry to handstand to find a really solid balanced position. It's also going to be a little bit easier to balance because it's going to bring down that center of gravity and also spread the distribution of mass out slightly.
Yes, science!
We then want to hold this split leg position for around 3 to 5 seconds, and then from there, that is when we want to bring the legs together and try to balance. When we're bringing the legs together, we want to be conscious that we're bringing both legs towards each other to that center line rather than just one leg to the other, because that will cause the weight to go either one side of the kind of center point, and you're just going to lose balance, either overbalance or underbalance. So with these two adjustments, you can see that our initial kick up is quite different from our improved kick up, but I guarantee the consistency will be so much more with the second option, simply because we take out a lot of those momentum factors. At the end of the day, handstand is a bit of a nuanced drill and obviously has some roots in gymnastics, but the purpose of the handstand in gymnastics is very different from the purpose of holding a handstand to take pictures for Instagram. We need to understand and adjust things so that we can perform that way better. And if you're a gymnast, then you need to do your thing, because that makes the most sense for you. As I said, just a short video today going over the technique for a proper kick up to handstands. I hope this one really does help you out. I've seen some quite dramatic changes in workshops that we've done, people who can't kick up and then can kick up just by making these small adjustments. So if you did find that was the case and you found this one useful for you, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know if this was helpful for you. And of course, if you're still kind of stuck, make sure you go over and check out that kick up tutorial that I've already done on this channel. And again, linked in the description down below. While you're down there, you can also hit that thumbs up button and support the channel. Would highly appreciate it. Right next to it is also that subscribe button if you want to join the Bodyweight Warrior tribe and don't miss out any more future videos. But that has basically been it for this week, guys. I'll catch you in the next episode. Have a strong week and